All right, it's Controlled Chaos, KCAA 1050 AM, 106.5, 102.3 FM in the Inland Empire. I'm Gary Garver here with the Reverend Felicia Perizader. Go check out her services, The Revolution of Love. I love it. It's a lot. It's very inspirational, by the way, Felicia.
Oh, I'm so glad.
I really enjoyed it. But right now, I just wanted to, we have a great guest on. He's starting a show with his gang on Monday, April 23rd, which happens to be my birthday, which is, I think that's good luck, good vibe, good energy always. Even though some guy predicted it was going to be the end of the world, I just, I saw now. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. More good news. He's an entrepreneur. He was a professional extreme skier at the age of 16. I mean, he's done so many things, oil businesses and real estate, furniture business, gas business. He's done so many things. And he's on the air. He does webinars. He's like, I guess he's on the air like 24 hours, 7 days a week, from what it sounds like from his producer, what Tom told me, his producer, Tom. It's Phil Grande. Phil, how are you?
I'm doing just fine. Great introduction. Hope the world doesn't fall apart on Monday. That'd be my luck.
No, it'd be my luck for the world to end on my birthday, right? That was, I'm like, oh, God, please, don't beg me. But anyways, it's Phil Grande. You got your show premiering this Monday at 1 p.m. Pacific called Phil's Gang, and it's going to be on Monday through Friday, 1 to 2 p.m., and we're so thrilled to have your show on. Fred Lundgren, the CEO of KCAA, and I have been listening to the shows, and they're very cool. They're very, we're talking about inspirational and stuff like that. They're very inspirational because basically what you do is you help people, let's cut to the chase. You help people make money and invest their money.
Yeah, and we're excited because we've been in San Francisco a long time on here out there, and we always try to get into L.A., and we're just delighted to make it back to L.A. I was on years ago, but we're just so excited to get back to L.A. because it's a great market.
Yeah, it is. It's I've been in it for a long time. Been in L.A. for 30 years, and listen, Phil. First of all, tell us a little about your background. I know you're. I love the fact that the first thing I see is you're an extreme skier, which I love skiing. And you're how did you do all that? How did you get into skiing? And I mean, did you grow up on a mountain or something like that?
Well, yeah, I was very close to a ski area. I lived about a mile away from it. My father got me going, keep me out of the pool halls and out of trouble. And that's how he got me started. He says, either go to the slopes or go to jail. It's up to you. So I decided to go to the slopes. And then it was it was, and I enjoyed the competition. And then at some point, I was trying to work my way through the Olympics, and it got to be a hassle, and it was all politics, and my timing was perfect. They just started a what they called freestyle skiing competition, and it just started. So I said, heck with this, never mind the Olympics. I want to make some money. And so I started to
make so much money skiing, right?
Yeah, well, for me it was money back then. So I started skiing competitively, and that was a lot of fun and a great experience. And it just happened to be that one year, across from the ski area, they had this big development, and the land development, and I see all these people coming over, all the salesmen. They got their Mercedes and big cars, and I'm going, wait a minute, what do you guys do? Well, we sell land. You make money doing that? Yeah, I make a lot of money. So I said, okay, my car's an old jalopy. I think I'll try that. So I got into the land business. I met the owner of the company, and 3 years later, I ended up buying out his company. And then it all started. I started a land company, and I brought it public, and it was the second largest land company, in America. And then I sold that, got rid of that, and then I started I always loved the stock market because when I got involved with the public end of when I brought my company public, I saw the corruption. I mean, the corruption on Wall Street, I experienced it, and it was just so bad, and people getting just really screwed. I said, boy, this is someone's got to get out there and tell what really happens with their money and how a small investor, the whole thing's rigged against a small investor. The only people that make money are the big guys. I mean, when you got 500 companies, the S&P 500 companies, you think about it for a moment, the value of those companies are $20 trillion, and you only have 10 companies that make up that 25% of that 20 trillion or 4 trillion. It's rigged. And so I said, I think I can make a radio show out of this. So I went to a buddy of mine, and he said, "What are you, nuts? He put you on radio?" I said, "Yeah, well, let's try it." So what happened was I hung around his radio station. He was a good friend of mine. And then one of the morning shows, the guy didn't show up. He said, "I got to go to the dentist. Can you jump in and do it?" And I said, "Sure." So I got in there, and, and it was supposed to be for an hour. He comes back from the dentist. I locked the door so he couldn't get in. So I was having fun. So I took the next show over. We had a lot of laughs, and that's how the whole career got started. And it just took off to I built this, Phil's gang, where I really help people, and they join the gang. It's a, $39.95 a month, and I just help them, and I reach out to them. And the idea was for them to help St. Jude, because at the time my son got cancer. And he pulled through, and I made a little deal upstairs and said, "You take care of him, and I'll take care of St. Jude." And so I built the whole Phil's gang to get money over to St. Jude, and that's what we've been doing now for 20 years, is to support St. Jude with awesome. And that's how it all began, and it's fun to do, and it's fun to help people.
That's awesome. That's a beautiful story that you went out and not only are you making money or whatever for people, but you're also helping St. Jude's Children's Research Hospital, and that's fantastic. And it's crazy about life, everybody's like, "What? Feel sorry for themselves? Why me? Why me?" But then, I always say this, and because I help the homeless out, I go to the LA Mission and do some work there, and what you need to think about is there's a lot of people that are in way worse positions than you are, and sometimes you got to take a step back and go, "Hey man, my life ain't so bad. Don't be a wah 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 type of person. Go out there and try to help other people." I mean, I got Reverend Felicia in here, and he does the same thing, and you're doing some great stuff. Tell us a little about what your show's about, though. Tell us what you're doing.
What we do is we try to reach out to people and basically tell them what Wall Street doesn't want them to know. For example, the 401ks. Everybody has 401ks, and it's just, again, the 401k was set up as for retirement, and that's not true. That's a scam. The 401k was never set up for retirement. 401k was a tax law where I'm going back to the 60s and 70s, where the CEOs of companies could shelter a lot of their income, and that's how the 401k started. But when the companies started to outsource, and they started to take their companies and move out to overseas, and got rid of the pensions, which was the biggest disaster in this country, because we have a retirement crisis right now because of the pensions are gone. They put them in these terrible 401ks. All they did is take a tax plan, then they take a mutual fund, and they stick it inside this tax plan and call it a 401k mutual fund retirement. It's not a retirement fund, because the fees are incredible. The fees kill you, and all they really do is just really strip you. The fees in trading, like anything else in business, the fees are very important. And what they do, $250 billion a month that they rip off from 401k people. They don't even see those fees. They hide the fees and what they call the net asset value of the 401k. So if you went to your broker and say, "Can I really see what my fees are?" Your broker can't even find them. So at the end of the day, you're about half. You're going to get about half of your money when you retire, if you're lucky. And it's just a terrible thing. So we said, look, you got an alternative. You don't have to, if you're going to retire, you got to turn to the 401k. You can manage your own money. And I'm not saying we'll sit down at night and go through financial statements and all that stuff with companies. What we do is we designed a program and a chart with algorithms that just shows where the money is going. So if money's going into Apple, it's the same institutions that buy Apple, the insurance companies, the pension companies, the hedge funds, the REITs. They all buy at the same time. They're like cattle, and they all go together. So we figured out some algorithms and a chart that would identify the flow of money where this money is going, what sector. There's like 11 sectors in the market, and we could see where it goes. And so it worked out beautifully, and we could tell people would buy and sell signals that when to buy and when to sell with a simple color-coded chart. And
wow,
and we tell them just stay with 5 stocks all year, the same 5. Don't change your stocks. You don't have to have all these stocks. All this stuff about this great company, what they're doing, it's all crap. Okay,
right.
So you better buy this company today because they're opening up, something in China. That's nonsense. The market is simply money flow. Follow the money, and that's what we do. And it became very successful because it was simple for people to make money.
Yeah, well, we're always looking to make money, man. Everybody's looking to make money. And listen, I can't wait to have your show on the air. I can't wait to listen to you. I need to make some money, Phil. Help me make money. I need some Quan, man. I need some Quan, baby. Show me the Quan, right? Is that it?
Well, it's just retirement is a real big crisis in this country. When you're young, you don't think about it. But when you're about 10 years, when you're 10, 15 years away, and all of a sudden you're short about $500,000 that you need, it gets scary.
I'm at least that much short. Right? But why do you think I got the show on the air? So I figure out what the hell's going on, man.
Well, what we do to get guys like you to catch up, we have a special kit for $10.95. It's a mask and a gun.
Okay. I don't know if I don't want to do that, but I'll figure it out a different way. Hey, listen, it's Bill Grande. Look forward to having your show on KCAA. Congratulations. And we got to congratulate ourselves here at KCAA for having your show on the air. It's Bill's Gang. It's happening starting Monday, April 23rd, 1 p.m. to 2 p.m., Monday through Friday. Phil, thank you so much. God bless. And listen, if you need anything from me, I'm here, all right? And
I really appreciate it, and I just want everybody to remember St. Jude's. It's such an important, it's just so important, St. Jude's. So thank you again, and we're going to have some fun, and I'm really looking forward to it.
All right, thanks, man. You're right. St. Jude's Children's Hospital, research hospital, it's a very important thing. And like I said, you can't do enough for kids out there and for other people, too. We need to come together and help everybody out.
No question. No question. Changes your life, I'll tell you that.
Amen, man. Amen. God bless you, man. And
thank you.
I'll listen to you Monday. Okay.
Okay, great. All right, thank you.
Thanks, buddy.
All right, bye-bye.
All right.
All right, bye-bye. All right, bye-bye.
All right.